I am a sociologist and have worked for a long time on issues related to aging, the relationship between society and the so-called seniors, regarding their role in the company. I worked and wrote my PhD thesis between 1995 and 1998 in Communication and Information Sciences of the University Paris-Sorbonne Nouvelle. My research object was Notre Temps, the first magazine for people aged over 60. I wanted to analyze the reason for the success of the press title, as well as show whether the readership had evolved over 30 years of edition. My assumption, original at the time, was also that demographic changes were going to change society. In my opinion, this is the major social revolution of the next 30 years. I was interested in the consequences of the aging of the population on society, the difficulties of the employment of the seniors, the age negative representation, and also the accompanying of the most sensitive persons at home and people at retirement homes. That's why, starting from the question of support for the elderly, I was deeply interested in the theory of care developed in the USA by Carol Gilligan and Joanna Tronto. In addition to my habilitation to direct research thesis, I published various scientific articles and books on this different subject. In this context, I have investigated the issue of caregivers of relatives. There are people who, from 20 hours at week minimum up to 20 hours for a day, volunteer to accompany a relative in great difficulty who happens to often be part of his family, but not always. They support a very elderly relative with displacement concerns, either a relative or a companion affected by a chronic disease such as cancer or a child severely handicapped, unable to live without help. I studied the set of tools that caregivers can use to support relatives, but also why society refused to value them. Today, I seek to rethink the territories of intergeneration. This is the subject of my next book, written with a professor of philosophy at the Sorbonne. In this upcoming book, I argue that one of the best answers to the fragmentation of society is the maintenance and valorization of generation interdependence. Intergeneration in particular is interesting because it exists beyond all our differences of conviction, religious and more broadly ideological. It is often very strong in the traditional communities and of course primarily in the heart of the family. It is the self-experience of one within his own family that gives this notion of intergeneration its universal characters and that make it easily relatable. Within a family, parents pass on their stories, value, cause of conduct to their children, or they are enriched by what their children bring to them, at least when everything goes well. Reciprocity, mutual aid, the transmission of knowledge and know-how seem to find their natural place among the generations that constitute a family. I, of course, include grandparents and even great-grandparents in this notion of the common memory. The concept of intergeneration, as I understand it, extends this indisputable link to the whole of society. Through school, everything is passed on by the transmission between generations, but also through a mechanism of mutual aid and social caring. It also includes the small services provided by an individual to their neighbors and more widely by the feeling of the shared history to be transmitted and enriched by exchange between citizens and all age and condition. We can, as well, link the natural solidarity between family generations to the solidarity that can be experienced in larger communities. For example, with two other researchers, I conducted an investigation in a company whose managers were convinced that there was a big problem between generations of employees. According to the oldest, young people arrived late without worrying too much about schedules. They spoke to them in an improper way with a funny vocabulary, spent too much time in front of their computer or their smartphone. According to these same young people, the old ones did not understand the new digital world, their culture, etc. This notion of young and old are obviously very debatable. However, After we did a survey, face-to-face meeting and collective meeting, it was finally quite easy to bring to light a reality much more positive, focused on dialogue and cooperation. Small services rendered by employees to each other. We also made suggestions to enhance these good practices. The older employee helping a younger employee to understand a particular vocabulary of the process of the company. The younger learning to the older the knowledge of software, especially to make each other's lives of lost easier. This small mutual service in everyday life are what builds society. Our hypothesis that the success of policies in favor of intergenerational is an essential condition to maintaining social cohesion and our civilization.